Hello and welcome back to Split Mountain Ranch. My name is Josh, this is Gaming Joy Channel, and we are playing the Breakfast Challenge on Split Mountain Ranch. And as you can see, everything's green. It is April and we got stuff to do, but mostly for this challenge, the challenge is pretty much done. We just have to deliver stuff. So we're going to start off with doing a little bit of a jump cut bonanza of delivering. So first, let's get the donuts. And the pancakes. And more pancakes. And more pancakes. And that appears it. So we'll deliver these over here to the diner and see how we're doing on our progress. Remember, we need 50K for all of them. So we go here. Let's look. Diner, we have 50 bean, 32 pancakes, 32 and 32 for the pancakes, doing good. 21 of the glazed donuts, 3 chocolate, 11 strawberry, we're doing good. Next stop. And now we're gonna sell some pig food. One of our little factories produces pig food as an off cut, or like an extra. And we're using it to feed our pigs, but we get too much, so we sell some. Yay. And now we gotta feed our pigs. There's lots of poops in there. I might have to actually scoop that poop up. But I think if I just leave it there, it spawns in the poop receptacle next door. Whatever the thing is called. The extension. Let's feed our pigs. This is the same pig food. We store some of it in our silo. Because we make too much. But that's okay. It's enough to feed our pigs. See how our pigs are doing? Pigs. Healthy. Pretty full. Doing good. Now we've got to feed our chickens. This is our massive, gigantic chicken barn. We'll feed our chickens. And while we're feeding our chickens, we'll run over here. Oops, that's not the right way. Run over here. Pick up the eggs. Since there's like 5,000 chickens in here, we're making a lot of eggs, which is what we need to make all of the donuts and pancakes and stuff. Yay, eggs. There's one floating. That's okay. It'll get there. And we can jump across to the other chicken barns to pick up the very low amount of eggs that are at those other barns. And that poop extension is not working. Oh well. This is our other chicken barn right here. And we have 800 chickens in here, and they produce like 5 pallets. Whoopity do. And so what we're gonna do is we have 46,200. So let's go over here and just deliver everything to here. So I think our other productions are full. So actually that's the back door. Wrong way. And then we're going to back out because we're going to use the rest for the other things. Simple as enough, right? Back into the pancake production. That's going to take like not very much of them. It's about half. Deal with the, oh, that's actually the donuts. Deal with the rest of the pancakes. And then over to the cows. Cows need water. Head over to the other barn with this in a minute. And they need straw for the poops. And then we gotta go get them some food. Over here on the other side of the map, gonna pick ourselves up our TMR. Lots of TMR. I think that comes out slow. Let's zoom it up until it's full. And there we go, it's full. That was quick, right? Yeah, quick. Then let's jump over and deliver this to the cows. Made it over here to the cows. We're going to deliver them their foods. Hopefully they got enough. And then we got one more cow barn to do. We'll go feed him, and then we'll get on with the rest of our day. Ooh, almost forgot. Last thing to do for the cows is to get the milk. So we're going to go ahead and empty out our little tank. Oops, I emptied it. I'm going to try to back up with a all-wheel steering vehicle, which is not nice and fun. Go in here. No, that's slurry. That's not what I want. Hold on. There we go. I forgot. I didn't back up in the building far enough. I had to go dump that slurry. Clean out the tank. Annoying. Either way, we're getting our milk now, and we gotta go deliver our milk to our dairy. That makes our butter, then the butter, which we use for the pancakes and the donuts. So, yeah, gotta empty out, deal with the animals in the morning. It's a tough job. Somebody's gotta do it. But that's gonna be it for the challenge side of things. What else we got to do? I mean, it's 6:40 in the morning. We gotta do something today, right? Let's go find something else to do. This looks like something else. For the other challenges that we're doing, which is the no tractor challenge, we need to plant and harvest 3 fields. Now, we've planted a bunch of fields. There's still a few more fields that haven't been planted yet, so I figured, why not? So in this field, we're going to plant sunflowers. Sounds good, right? Sunflowers are good. You know what's even better than planting sunflowers in a field like this? Getting Courseplay to do it. See? Even better. So now Courseplay is going to plant sunflowers for us. Yay for sunflowers. And then there's actually another field somewhere else. Where is it? Up here, I think, we still have something to do with. If I run over here, I think there's like a sugar beet field or something up here. Is that right? I feel like there's something up here I have to harvest. Is there? Let's look. Yeah, field 9, sugar beets. Oh. I must have already harvested it because it looks like it's been harvested. Yep, it was harvested. Never mind. I don't have that to harvest, which means I can plow and combine this field and this field together, and this field once we harvest it. This one's barley. It's going to take a little while. So for now, we're just going to leave them alone. If we ever get to them, we'll get to them. This one also is barley, which needs to be harvested. We did make this huge field last time. This one, which needs to be planted with something. It's April. What can we plant? We don't really care. We can plant corn. Yeah, let's do corn in this field. So once the planter's done, we're going to do corn in this field. That'll be fun. And we'll do soybeans somewhere else. That'll even be fun too. So yeah, once that planter's done, we'll jump back in and maybe come up here and plant this field too. Yay! Finished up on the sunflower field. Now we're back over here at our kind of home base. And we're going to plant corn in this field just like we said we would. Using our little light wolf, however you want to say it. And set him off on his course. And you can see he does struggle a little bit to get going. Spinning those tracks. But he gets going. He gets the job done. This one's going to be a big field. We're going to have to plant something in that other field too. Ooh, and we got to get the roller out. Let's go get the roller. Let's jump the fence. Never mind. Can't jump the fence, not cool enough. The tractor actually does pretty good with the roller. So let's get him onto the roller. And get over to that sunflower field. I don't know if the tractor can use the big roller. I'm gonna have him use the smaller one. And let's convert it for regular rolling. Customize. Customize. Yep. Perfect. Nope. Not perfect. And we're going to send him over to rolling. Not really very much exciting stuff going on. You know, we might actually skip through to the next harvest. Because all I got to do is feed the animals, which you just saw. And I'm just going to do the same thing every day. And wait for these fields to grow. So after I finish doing this part, I'm going to finish this seeding this field, and then maybe seed field 12 with something. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe. And then we're waiting for the barley to grow so we can cut those and make another big field over here again. We're just having fun. What we're really doing is keeping busy while we're waiting for our cows and our donuts and all that kind of stuff. Let's just teleport over there just because we want to see how we're doing. So before we jump to the next month, which we're probably going to do, let's run over to the diner where we started our day and see how we're doing. So the diner triggers only at the front door for some reason. So the diner's got all the eggs we need. 35 times 1,400 liters is actually 50,000 liters. So 50,000 liters of eggs. Perfect. 50,000 liters of coffee bean. Perfect. 32,000 liters of pancakes, maple syrup. Those are almost done. So probably another month or two and those will be done. The other one we're waiting on is the donuts. The donuts are a little bit frustrating because we talked about this last time. The numbers for the donuts are just like, you have to literally just be sitting here feeding this thing milk and eggs because it doesn't have enough capacity to run overnight. So every morning you got to fill it back up, and then it lasts a day or a month, I should say, and then you can fill it up again. Look, one more thing of donuts. We'll hand these over to the diner, and then I'm gonna get to the rolling. You guys seen that? That's not fun. I'll jump back in when we have something more to do because right now it's in April and we don't really have very much to do. So we'll jump back in a little bit. Bloop. We've jumped into May, and as you can see, we're getting much closer to some of our numbers here. We've got 43 for the pancakes, which is almost done, which is great to see. 42 for the glazed donuts, so we have almost enough glazed donuts, and we can focus on the strawberry and chocolate donuts, of which we are doing pretty well. Nothing else really to report other than I'm just sitting here feeding my animals. I may get rid of the cows soon because we actually have all of the products we need to finish off the challenge, and I'm running out of TMR and I don't really feel like mowing again to make more. That said, we can jump over to the other... Where is it? Here. We can jump over to the other farm, or farm area where all our trucks and stuff are, and you can see what we did last time. So last time we actually went through and seeded, or planted, I should say, this whole area in corn. So now we got corn growing, which is pretty awesome. I'm going to run across here. The second large field that we worked on, which is the one right here over the knoll, is all set up in soybeans. And because I can't leave well enough alone, I actually went over and planted the next field over here. I went and mowed another big field, merged a couple fields together. There was a sunflower field here and a grass field, and I merged the two into a single big grass field. I even left my course course on it, but as you can see, there's a grass field here and there was a sunflower field here. I merged the two together. So this upper area here is getting pretty full. We do have some crops in field 11 and field 10 to harvest. We have crops in 21, 20, 17, and 18, all to harvest. So we're just waiting for barley basically right now. And that's going to be it That's really all we have for May. I gotta go finish feeding the animals. And then go back to sleep. And sleep through the next month, and hopefully we'll be one step closer to finishing. Let's see if we can finish this today. We moved into June. The barley's getting closer to being ready, which is good. Not really part of this challenge, but, you know, sort of. It's like the next thing to do is all that barley. And then we're delivering another load of pancakes and donuts over to our diner. And I think actually this is going to put us over the limit for some of them. We get that few more donuts to spawn there at the end. These are our glazed donuts. I think we can actually turn the glazed donuts off. But let's see what we've got for our totals. So far, we've been producing pancakes and donuts. The donuts are taking the longest. That's okay, because there's 3 different kinds of donuts we're making. We need to make 50,000 of each. Come in here. Let's turn that off. That's annoying. Oops. Let's come in here to the diner. What's on the menu? We have 48 pallets of pancakes with maple syrup. Pretty close. Glazed donuts, 54. We can turn off the glazed donuts recipe. Let's turn that off. Deactivate. Pancakes. Others, 74. That's funny. It has like a limit for the number it'll show on that menu. Huh. Let's actually output the gelatin. We don't need that. See if that brings it into the menu. And we don't need the chocolate in here either. This one we can get out of here. And that one we get here. So we can get those out of the menu because those are not stuff we need for the challenge. So, chocolate donut, 35. Strawberry donut, 43. Close, close, close. Pancakes, 54. Done with pancakes. Pancakes with maple syrup, 48. So the pancakes, we have enough pancakes. We don't have enough pancakes with maple syrup. So we need 2 more. That's pretty close. Glazed donuts is done. So we just have a few more donuts to make. We have all the eggs we need, and then we're going to need the pork. So we're going to wait for all the donuts and everything else to finish processing before we actually kind of call this done. And then as soon as that's done, we're going to set the meat production plant off and running, and we're going to move our pigs over to the meat production and get as much meat as we can, and that should finish off the breakfast challenge. Now, I did last time. We got rid of some cows. If we didn't actually get rid of them, that seems silly. If we have a meat processing plant, we processed all of them into meat. So as you can see on these pallets, property of the farm, the properties of the farm, products of the farm is what it says. Meat, beef, which is awesome. So we made some beef from all of the cows. So all of the cows that we got rid of, we processed into beef. And that's full. So a trailer of, and now these are still, again, not very big pallets. And just like the pork pallets, they're not very big. We have 12,600 liters of beef. Let's see how much that's going to give us. As you can see, we're not really worried about money. I'm actually just interested to know how much money we're going to make from selling beef. Now, the one thing that I've found out with that meat processing plant and with the animal input extension is that it uses the game's mechanics for the value of the pork. So the older the animals are, the more valuable they are, and the more valuable they become when you convert them into an input, which means that a 6-month-old pig is worth less than, let's say, a 14-month-old pig, which is actually going to cause us a little bit of a problem. How much did we make? $71,000. So I think that's a little bit more than you would have made selling the cows directly, which is pretty good. But yeah, so the problem is if you sell them at 6 months, you only get like 80 liters of meat. But if you sell them at 14 months, you get a lot more. You get like 318 liters of meat. So up to a maximum of 500 liters. So the downside of that is that we kind of have to wait for them to be the most valuable so that we get enough liters to get our 50,000 liters of pork. And with the 50,000 liters of pork, and they were coming out in pallets that are only 130 liters in size, we actually need a lot more than 50 pallets. We need way more, like 150 pallets. So we're going to have to wait and wait and wait until that last moment to sell these pigs. And the only thing I can think of to wait for is the barley here. So we're just going to keep going through the months, feeding the animals, and come back when the barley is ready to harvest. And that's when we'll sell our meat. But I think next month in July, we'll actually have enough donuts and pancakes to finish off that part of the challenge. And then we'll be pretty much done. And the last thing we'll do is to do those harvests of all those custom fields we make. And then we can call all 3 challenges pretty much done. I'm going to go back and sleep. And I'll see you in a little bit. And we're into July. And if you look around me are countless fields that all need to be harvested. Yep, that's right. Almost every field that we've planted or done something with is ready for harvest, which is pretty phenomenal. And that one right there needs some weed killing. And there's 2 more fields over there. Those are not ready. The cornfield we just planted, not ready. All the stuff we just planted, not ready. But most of the stuff we planted before, it's all ready to harvest. And of course, those harvests are just kind of ancillary at this point. What I mean by that is that the breakfast challenge, the subject of this video, is pretty much done at this point. Let's go and get our header. That. Let's go over here and turn off the worker. Then we're going to turn off this worker too. That was just here for the next phase of it. What we're going to do is we're probably going to go in here and harvest with courseplay and then do the baling afterwards. So the baling will be 1 field behind. If I do this, and most of these fields can just be like courseplay, turnaround, vertical, no headlands. That's good. Let's go ahead and create this one. Zero headlands. Overlap the edge of the field a little bit. Our waypoint is right here. And go. So this guy can go ahead. Oh, really? Or don't care. He's overlapping a lot, but that's fine. It's all good. And then we're just going to go ahead and harvest these fields. So this is 2, 3, right? 1, 2. So let's save this course so we don't lose it. Create new folder. Call this the final. And this is save course. 1, 2. And let him go. While he's doing that, and since we can't start the baler and nail them yet, we're going to go talk about the last part of our challenge. So if we jump over here and we look at our stats, we've got 43 strawberry donuts, 35 chocolate donuts. Those are not done yet. Pancakes, done. Pancakes and maple syrup, done. Glazed donuts, done. Coffee, done. Eggs, done. So the last thing we need are these pallets right here. That's not all of them. We're gonna need a few more, and we'll deliver them with our trailer soon enough. But right now our truck is busy. What's going to happen here is we need to get all of our pigs. Just take all of them. We're going to sell them all. Some of them are young, some of them are old. We're going to sell them all. And hopefully, I did all the calculations. I need, once this is in the building, this has to be 75,000 liters. Now, it's kind of weird to talk about pigs and liters, but 75,000 liters of meat, essentially, has to be in the trailer. So we're gonna have to get rid of all these porkers and everything else. Move to trailer. Yes. So now we have a full trailer. So this is what happens. We come in here with a trailer, get a full trailer, 64. This is like the biggest trailers I've found on ModHub. 64 pigs at once, which is pretty substantial. And then we're going to come over here. We're going to back in to central meat processing. Like this. And then you can see we moved our cows over here. Those are being processed. The pigs are down here. And the goal here for the pigs is obviously to get 75,000 total liters from all the pigs. So we're going to transfer them all. These ones are young, so they're not going to give us very much. So the younger they are, the less they give you per. Like this one is the one, the 64 we just dropped in. 610. Like we're getting like almost nothing. We need 75,000, and that was one whole load. It's empty now? I think it's empty. So I don't know if we're gonna get it. It's gonna be tough. We do have 450 pigs to transfer over. While the harvester's going on, we're gonna be transferring pigs over to this facility. I'm really hoping that we can get close to that. Basically 75,000 liters of meat that we're going to need before it processes into 75,000 liters of pigs before it processes into meat, because we need 50,000 liters total of meat. But I don't know if we're going to get it. I'm a little worried, actually. But let me go ahead and do that, and we'll jump back in once I've transferred everything over and see if we actually made our limit. I really hope we do. Well, we're into July, and July is the day. July is the day in which I think we're going to finish this challenge. Well, one of the challenges. I think we might actually finish all of them. We own the whole map, so we can finish the own the whole map challenge, I guess. We have all these new fields. If we look at our, like, what's it called? If we look at this piece right here, and look at the ready to harvest. Those are all fields that, and I planted this one, I planted this one, I planted this one, I planted this one. These ones are just ready. So 1, 2, 3, 4 fields, all of which that I've planted, which actually if we harvest those today, that means we'll be done with the other challenge, which is the no tractor challenge, since we haven't used a single tractor yet. So to get going, we're probably gonna have to head up to this, to the other farm. Let's tab up there, get this beast. Yeah. It's nice and early today. It's gonna be a good day. And we're gonna take this beast down to the other side of the map to get started on the harvesting. And we're gonna start as far away from right here as we can and kind of end up here in this field. So let's do our little tour of what we've got and where we are on this map. Now, I don't know whether I'm going to continue playing after the challenge is over. I've got a lot of other stuff that I'd really like to work on, but it's been really fun playing this challenge. And this map is just super fun and super easy to customize and make it your own. There's so much cool stuff you can do. And there's even more fields we could plow in and do if we wanted to, but I'm not sure if I'm up for that extra work. We got this field right here all ready to go. We got our cornfield. Look at our cornfields all growing beautifully. That looks great. Got a soybean field ahead of us and a grass field off in the distance that we planted ourselves. Those are going to be ready soon enough. But yeah, we've had a really good time with this challenge. So to finish up today, we have 2 tasks. One is we have to harvest at least the fields that we plowed. And that will finish off the no tractor challenge, because then we'll be doing a full harvest on 3 fields. I know that the no tractor challenge, technically the rules say 3 harvests on 1 field, but these fields are so freaking huge, and I'm going to harvest all of the fields before I'm done. And then we'll call it at the end of that. And that'll finish that challenge off. We have well over $2.5 million, which is the limit for that one. Like, you have to get to $2.5 million. So, we got some barley and wheat here. We got canola over here and barley off in the distance. And oh my gosh, there's so much stuff that we're going to get to harvest today. It's going to be a big harvest day. Now, I might not actually make you sit through all of those harvests. I'll probably do those off camera and then just do a little wrap up when we're done. But the other thing we have to do today is we have to turn our pigs into pork or bacon. I'm going to pretend that the pork that we're making is actually just bacon, and we're going to be using it for our breakfast challenge. So we have to create 50,000 liters of pork. Now, I've done a little bit of math, done a little bit of the calculations, and if we are to get enough pork from the pigs, we need to input 75,000 liters before we turn it on into the meat production facility. Now, I think we have enough with all of the pigs that we have in our facility. We might have to buy a few more to finish it off. That's fine. We won't get very much value for the ones we buy, but we have plenty of money, so we might as well. But we need to have 75,000 liters of input to get that production going. And then at the end of the day, it should have enough pork. And I think it's pretty fast. We should have enough pork to meet the needs of our challenge. I still think this is one of my favorite harvesters in the game. The only thing I don't like about this harvester is I can't color it. I want to color this harvester. So whoever made this harvester, I forget who it was, but I actually think I know them. I'm going to have to talk them into letting me color it. Paint this thing black. Put my logo on the side or something. Anyways, let's do this. Let's jump into courseplay real quick. Create job. Now we do have our baler and bale wagon. It's just sitting here, ready to go. Let's overlap the field by like a meter. Generate. He's just going to go up and down until he's done. And go. Go. Alright, let him do his thing. He's going to harvest. And eventually we'll come back and have to empty him out. We have our trailer there ready to empty him out. That's good. The next thing we have to do is deal with the pigs. Oh, actually, we should deliver the last of the donuts and the last of the pancakes and see what our totals are. Let's grab the last of the donuts. I think we should have enough. There's a few more to spawn, I think. Remember, we also had to get 50,000 liters of each type of donut. Now, this donut facility has been kind of the bane of this playthrough. Wow, there's plenty of donuts to spawn. Because it's just the input and output quantities are just, they're not even. You can put in like 140,000 liters of flour, and the recipe is 2 to 2 to 2 to 2 to 2. Like, it's a very even recipe. But you can only put in 13,000 liters of eggs. So it's like, well, that means you can put tons of flour in, but then it runs out of eggs, or it runs out of butter, or it runs out of milk all the time, and you literally have to babysit it all day long. Which means that in between these little clips that I'm giving you today, I've been doing lots of just playing through the entire day, constantly filling. As you can see, I have a forklift over here on filling with milk duty. Even though we sold all our cows, we still have so much milk that we're selling off, 200,000 liters of milk a day from the existing cows. There are going to be more pancakes? Yeah, there's more pancakes. I think that's it for the pancakes. Let's get the rest of the donuts, and then it's sheep time. Or pig time. Bacon time. Whatever you want to call it. Is it going to spawn any more? I got 2 more slots. You know you want to. There you go. Oh, caught the wheel. That's annoying. As you can see, I'm just looping around this yard over and over and over. Constantly looping around the yard, just picking up stuff, dropping it off, picking it up, dropping it off. I really love the fact that I used the pallet storage. I made a pallet storage diner. I think it really fits with the theme of this challenge, and I really wish I'd done it actually in the map for other people to be able to deliver to the ShantyBoys diner. Who knows? Maybe I'll can talk the guys into an update. All right. Enough deliveries. Let's park my delivery truck right here. Get him out of the way. Let's turn him off. He's just sitting there. And what do we have for totals? Let's look at our totals. Okay, we have 77 pallets of strawberry donuts. I think we made enough of those. 35 pallets of eggs, which is actually 50,000 liters. 64 pallets of pancakes. 67 pallets of glazed donuts. 64 pallets of pancakes and without maple syrup. And 68 pallets of chocolate donut. We went over and above. Good job, Josh. You have completed the breakfast part of the challenge. Now, what good is a breakfast without bacon? I mean, it has to have bacon. If I'm having like a Grand Slam or whatever, I need to have bacon with it. Bacon's a key ingredient. So let's get the bacon going. And that harvester's going to need to get unloaded any second now. I know it. He's going to detract me from what I'm trying to do here, which is very intricate backing up. And this is going to take a while because I've got 450 pigs and I have to back up like this, go like this, move them to the trailer. Why did it give me 37? I don't know. Now I have 64 in the trailer. And I come over here to the central meat processing. I really wish this was a drive up, but it's a back in. It's okay. I don't mind. I'm getting good at backing this truck up. You know I have 4 of these trucks on this playthrough? Anyways. Let's put all 60 pigs in. So, these are 6 months. These are full health, 6 months. They should be worth about $127, $28 a piece. So we'll see, because they're not, I'm sorry, 128 liters per cow, or pig, because they're not very big. But they're still only 6 months old. The older ones are going to be worth a lot more. So let's go ahead and transfer in, and we can go to move to production. Yes. And so we got 7,000 liters in there for just those first 60. So we got a total of 8,000 liters for 64 pretty much brand new pigs. Not bad. But the older ones are going to give us a bit more. So I'm going to loop around. Crash into some pig food. I'm going to loop around, get all of this in, and make sure that we have enough. And I'm going to jump back in when I'm done. You guys don't have to watch me back up over and over and over. So let's go ahead and back up, and I'll take you in for the last load. Bring you back for the last load. Next time you see me, I'll be pulling out of here with the last pigs. And we're on the last load. No more animals in the farm. I did actually buy another 60 just to make sure we end up with enough output, just to give ourselves a little bit of padding. But it's pretty darn close if you look. Let's go over here and drop these animals off and look at how much is actually in this production. So if you remember, I said I did the math and stuff like that, and I hope my math is right. But I need to have around 75,000 liters in there. And I have just about 80. So 57, and then this last 60, move to production. Yes. So that's going to leave me with, what's that? Almost 90,000 liters in there. So now we can actually turn that on. Let's go in our production menu. Turn this on. Now, I don't know how long it's going to take. I'm hoping it gets done in the end of the day. We're going to turn off the donuts because they don't have enough stuff in them, and I'm tired of filling it. And then we have to come down here to this. We turn on the Black Peed and the Berkshire. I believe those are the two ones that we have. Does that make sense? We don't have any Landrace. We had Black Peed and Berkshire. And so it runs 12,000 cycles per month, which means it should get through everything, and it needs a little bit of rock salt. So we have some rock salt in there. But we should get some more rock salt. Just kind of park it over the... Let's get some more rock salt. So let's get some rock salt right here. And big bags. And I'm just going to do that. Buy. Yes. And this thing, since he's no longer transporting donuts, yep, our harvester needs to be unloaded. See, it didn't take that long. I mean, emptying out all those pigs in there, a couple trips, you know, probably about 8 trips. And in that amount of time, I've had to empty him. This is the second time I'm emptying him. The harvester, so it's not that bad. So we have 8,000 liters of road salt. It needs the road salt to do the processing. If it run out of road salt, it's not going to work. So I'm just going to park this thing right here. Those will empty out through the floor, nice and not realistic at all. And it'll constantly fill that building with the products that it needs. And now we don't have any more pigs. We actually don't have any need for any more cows. But I don't really feel like going through the work of selling them or selling the chickens right now. We could. We don't have to. Park this guy here. We don't even need this trailer anymore. Let's go actually do some harvesting. Let's run over here. And there we go. So we're going to finish off this harvest and then go on to at least the other fields that we have planted ourselves. I'll probably show you kind of as we're finishing up. And then hopefully by the end of the day, you know, it's only 6:52 in the morning. By the end of the day, our processing should be done. We do have a lot of harvesting to do between now and then, so I'm going to get going on all that harvesting. You've seen the harvesting before. You don't need to see it again. We got lots of fields to harvest, lots of carting, lots of bales to bake. It'll be fun to see how many bales we make today in that totals. That'll be fun. And this harvester unloads very, very slowly. Annoyingly slow, actually. Evil thoughts are happening. All right, I'm gonna catch you in a little bit. For me, it's gonna be probably all day, and for you, it's probably gonna be just a split second, and then we'll finish this episode off, which is actually the end of the challenge. Oh no! What are we gonna do next? Oh boy, it's been a day. It's been quite a day. But I feel like I've gotten everything that I set to get done on this map, this challenge, this playthrough. I think I've gotten it all done. As you can see, we're back in the Winter Wolf. We actually leased another Winter Wolf and the flex coil plow, and we're plowing what seems to be a gigantic field. Now, I did talk about this a couple times, and I wanted to stick to what I said I was going to do. Oh, come on, Winter Wolf. You're not supposed to lift up your plow yet. Finish plowing, dude. There we go. The crate field thing had gone off. Anyways, I said that I was going to make a big field here, and I'm going to stick to my guns and make that really big field. And so we are here making what is a substantially sized and pretty awesome final field for this challenge. Let the Winter Wolf finish up. Let's take to the skies so you can see what all the awesomeness that I've done. Alright, so we said that we were going to merge these fields, and we did. There is 4 fields here, maybe 5. and we merged all of them into one big field, this kind of top corner. And just for reference where we are, if we turn to our right, you can see the grass field. Now, we actually made this grass field last time and planted it with grass, and then because we slept a bunch, it's now ready to harvest. So maybe we'll do that tomorrow, but this field is done. And because I couldn't leave well enough alone, I also finished and made the other field that I wanted to make. So if you remember in the previous episode, maybe the one before it, I don't remember, we made this soybean field and planted it with soybeans, which are not ready yet, but you know, it'll be here eventually. And we also made this cornfield, which we've been kind of driving around for the past couple episodes. And that one is not ready yet. This is one of our custom fields that we made bigger. So is that one right there. Those are all harvested and mulched and ready to go for the next session. But look at this monster. Now that's a field. We made this today, and that's one of the reasons we have the Winter Wolf, is we mowed, and then plowed all of this. Of course, I can't leave grass on the ground, even though I'm essentially done with this save. I couldn't leave grass on the ground, so I had to make this giant field. And then the Winter Wolf plowed it all for me. Thank you, sir. We even spent a couple million, literally, I think I spent close to $1 million on terraforming this top corner here. Oh, look, a couple spots he missed. Terraforming this top corner here, which, you know, used to be a hill. If you look at it now, it's definitely not a hill. It's nice and flat. So we flattened it out to make this giant field, which just kind of looks over the craziness that is Split Mountain Ranch, and why I love this map so much, even though it's, you know, it's funny for me. This map is not a map that I would normally like. It's flat. Most of the map is completely flat. There are barely any hills. There's some hills here, and what did I do? I flattened the hills. That's just not me, but I love how customizable it is. I love how it's just like ready for your customizing needs. And it's served this challenge well. Unfortunately, though, tab over here, turn off flight mode. Let's tab through our vehicles real quick. And we're over here. So we're over here at our farm. There's central meat processing. Whoops. We're over here at our main farm area, I guess you could call it. And here's central meat processing. And one of our trucks. Hey, look at my logo on the side. That's cool. And we're waiting for pork to spawn. And unfortunately, if we look at the production input, it's not done yet. So I was hoping it was going to get done in a day. It's not. 23,000 liters left to process. I don't think that's going to happen today. So we're going to have to sleep through the night to be able to finish this challenge. But that's the last thing on all three challenges, honestly. Oh, look, we have some more pancakes we can deliver to the ShantyBoys. Even though they don't need it, because they're already full up on pancakes. Let's go in here. So I did the math. We need 358 pallets of the pork to be the equivalent, because they're 140 liters per pellet, to be the equivalent of 50,000 liters of pork. It's a lot of pork. If we look at our stats here, maybe the truck's in the way, it's not showing me. If we look at our stats back over at the diner. Oh, I have my HUD off. That would help. We currently have 321 pallets of pork, so we still are waiting for that last 30,000 liters to process. It's not going to happen today. But we have everything else. 50 coffee beans, 35 eggs, 69 pallets of pancakes with maple syrup, 68 pallets of regular pancakes, 68 pallets of chocolate donuts, 67 pallets of glazed donuts, And 77 pallets of strawberry donuts. We've gone over and above, which basically completes breakfast challenge as soon as we sleep through the night. Let's go through here. Let's actually come over here and real quick, not that I care. We're going to return the winter wolf because we don't need it anymore. Return the super plow. Don't need it. And sleep. And we're into August. End of August. We got all of the pork waiting for us. Lots of other stuff waiting for us too. Lots of weeds growing in the fields that we mulched but didn't do anything else with. Oh, I'm not close enough to get those last 2 pallets. Bummer. All right, there we go. We're full up of pork. Look at that. 11,000 liters of pork to deliver. That's a lot of pallets of pork, especially at 140 per. That's a lot of pallets. And delivered. And there's just for the sake of it, let's get the rest of them. And that's it. So that's the end of our pork. Our chickens have produced more eggs. Give a couple extra eggs to the Shanty boys. I'm sure they want extra eggs with their breakfast. And we will ride over and deliver. This has been a fun challenge. I actually really enjoyed this challenge. And I actually really kind of enjoyed the extra work in some ways of doing extra challenges with it, you know, doing this kind of map domination challenge and also doing a no tractor challenge. I didn't use a single tractor in this entire playthrough. I've used plenty of trucks, some kind of crazy trucks like the Winter Wolf and the Agri Power Elite Wolf thing, but I didn't use a single tractor. So we also completed the no tractor challenge. And we planted and harvested 5 or 6 of our own fields. We harvested every other field on the map multiple times. And all in all, I've had a great time. But that's going to be it for this challenge. Stay tuned for the next challenge. If you're interested, I'm also currently doing a Calmlands 200 horsepower challenge with 2 or 3 dozen other content creators. So check out that link in the above right here, top right of your window. And I want to say thank you for being here. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share this with your friends. Tell me how you liked it, and then comment down below. Tell me how you liked this challenge. Tell me how you like my take on the challenge and my little like farmyard production area that I've got going on down here. Do you think I did a good job on the challenge? Let me know down below. And stay tuned for the next challenge. We have a couple more on deck, ready to go. And we will be back soon. And as always, thanks for watching. Bye-bye. I almost forgot. We didn't even show the final totals. The final totals of what we have in our diner are right here. 4 out of 22 pallets of pork, 77 pallets of strawberry donuts, 50 pallets of coffee beans, 41 pallets of eggs, 69 pallets of pancakes, 67 pallets of glazed donuts, 68 pallets of pancakes, and 68 pallets of chocolate donuts. Over and above, we completed it. Yay!